None. This is why you watch this show.
Yep.
It's a goal! Welcome back. Welcome the fuck back. How you doing, man? How have you been?
I'm doing all right. We have two new champions. Well, one repeat champion and one first-time ever champion, the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Technically, they're a two-time champion. They won in Seattle in '79, but it's their first time in OKC.
Yes. But Seattle won a I didn't know that. So the Pacers are one of the last non-winning.
Yes, they won in the ABA, but not the NBA.
Yes.
And it had to happen on a Tyrese Halliburton Game 7 torn Achilles. Oh, I didn't see it at the time because I was practicing off a tee, but then I came in. It's like, oh, shit. Because you see that little snap, you know, you saw with Aaron Rodgers, you saw with Cousins, you saw with Tatum and Damian Lillard.
Yeah, you see the calf muscle move, and you're just like,
you feel that
your
whole
whole
being
being
is pluck. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
And the problem is when they do that step back, it's a really deep stretch, and he had a strained calf to begin with. I know everyone's saying, like, oh, we should have rested. Dude, it's Game 7. You're not fucking resting.
Yeah. It really hurt to see that. You know, it was tragic because I think Halliburton would have at least kept that game close. But it was unfortunate that the best player on either side of the floor had to leave via injury. Sucked. Very bad. Happened to Jason Tatum. That's how the Knicks got past the Celtics.
Tatum,
and then it happened.
They were going to get past the Celtics anyway because it was late in game 2.
Yeah.
And they were already winning that one. Dame got out in that one, and it potentially meant that Giannis could be gone, but apparently he's staying in Milwaukee. There have been a couple trades in basketball, but the first real shots have been fired more or less. Boston shedding pieces in the cap, mostly Kristaps Porzingis, Drew Holiday. You expected those to go. They're not paying $250+ million for Jason Tatum to be out. Yeah. And not to mention, CJ McCollum is going to the Wizards. Oh, God, they're so fucked. CJ McCollum.
Kelly Olynyk. Olynyk is a definite.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was still in the league, Kelly Olynyk. And Jordan
he's
Poole
out there to injure people. Yeah. Jordan Poole,
Jordan Poole. I remember when he was hot for a year. The Warriors gave him a big contract, and then that's oh, wait, why the fuck would we do that? Oops.
Jordan Poole has cost me so much money in gambling. He's banned. They would put out some line Jordan Poole to score 10 points, and I'd be like, all right, Jordan Poole can score 10 points. He scores 6, and then the next night I'm like, all right, I figure he's due. Or they set the line at 25. I'm like, there's no way Jordan Poole's going to score 25. He goes off for 40. I'm like, fuck this dude. He must have known what his lines were because he was a fucking he is a not good gambling. And then this one, Kevin Durant gets traded to the Rockets. It seems like there's a cast. There's a cast of characters that continually get traded around, and it always makes splash. It was Westbrook for a while.
Westbrook, it was James Harden.
PG.
Kind of there.
You'd be like, all right, let's trade PG. Yeah. Now it's Durant gets traded repeatedly, and it's PG somehow news.
PG's backfired now because, they gifted OKC a championship with SGA and Jalen Williams, and they still have more.
Yeah. Well, that is fucking hilarious. Imagine drafting SGA and just trading him away.
Well, SGA had a decent rookie year, but I don't think they expected him to average 30 points a game. I think that was it. He was doing well, but they thought like, okay, we're getting a PG-13 in a Kyrie or Kawhi, but you think, okay, we're gonna do that, and then it backfired horrifically because Kawhi and PG couldn't stay healthy. So
nope. Shocker. Two guys that are have had injuries throughout their career come to LA and have injuries as Clippers. I'm shocked
yeah,
by these developments.
Very
I feel like
shocked.
Kawhi is going to be the next KD where he just gets traded around and people, he ends up on the Suns or something, or he ends up, on all these other teams, and it's like shit, the NBA is wild. All right, these are the 10 teams that don't have championships. The Nets,
Charlotte, they're not going to win for a while.
The Hornets,
Pacers, yep.
The Los Angeles Clippers will never win one.
They again won. That's a legacy player. Grizz,
yep. The Minnesota Timberwolves.
Timberwolves may be close, but I'm not sure.
Yep.
Pelicans.
The New Orleans Pelicans.
No.
The Magic, the Suns, and the Utah Jazz. Now the Jazz, the Suns, the Magic, and I believe the Pacers and the Nets have all been to the finals.
Yep. But Nets have been to the finals, but they lost.
The Hornets have never been to the finals, have they?
Nope, never have. I mean, their biggest claim to fame is trading Kobe Bryant for Vlade Divac.
Yeah. Fucking pathetic. No, the Clippers, they're never making it past the second round. They fucking suck.
Yeah, Brandon, I think they're flipping Jalen Green. So there's that.
I think the Grizzlies got to the conference finals one time.
Yeah, with Gasol, Rudy Gay, along those lines. I know, with the Suns, they got next to nothing in return for this, but they pretty much had no leverage. You're dealing with the second apron, stuff like that. So,
yeah. And then the T-Wolves, they've only made it to the conference semis. Pelicans are one of the worst teams ever. And then, the Magic, the Suns, and the Jazz. The Suns were close to winning a championship. Magic, too. And the Jazz, but the Jazz got stopped by Michael Jordan. They had some great teams.
Pacers got stopped by Michael Jordan, too, same as the Knicks.
Good old Karl Malone.
Yep. Who, Rockets would have been, too, if Jordan didn't retire.
Yeah. What the fuck is that on your screen?
I have no idea. It's just like some Twitter page.
North Pole's movement.
Oh,
all right. Before we get to
Super, fucking hell.
Let's talk about this collusion thing real quick. Did you read the article by Mike Florio?
No, I have not. But Mike Florio is kind of.
It was a nothing burger.
Yeah,
it was such a nothing burger. Basically,
encouraged collusion, allegedly.
Yeah, and there's no way to prove that. They said, they read. I read through the summary of the article, and basically, there's a reference to them encouraging collusion, and then it basically says no, they didn't. It's so stupid. But
here's the thing:
fucking
they're going to
all
collude.
the time.
Baseball has colluded numerous times in its history. It happened in the late 80s. It happened in 2003. That's how the Pirates ended up getting Reggie Sanders, Kenny Lofton, and a few other guys. It's happened with in late 2010s. So it is reasonable that leagues do collude. But in terms of Lamar Jackson, there is a lot of issues with his cell phone as well. He wasn't responding to calls. They asked him, okay, what teams do you want to get traded to? They never got back to him. Was he using a flip phone or something, or did he just, not respond? Because he wanted a fully guaranteed contract, but the way he was performing with his injuries and his playoff performance, no one was giving him a fully guaranteed deal. They saw what happened with Deshaun Watson, and they were like, whoa, back the fuck up.
Yeah, again, this is nothing burger. This is Mike Florio taking some embers and trying to make it into a full article.
Yeah, well, Mike Florio's good for that, though. He's trying to generate clicks.
And it seems more or less that the two issues aren't really related. What does Lamar's negotiation with the Ravens have to do with collusion? Oh, I mean, were there other teams that were going to offer him a fully guaranteed contract? No, it doesn't mean that they were colluding. It just, I don't know. It seems like they just wanted to get some clicks, and here we are using their clicks for our clicks.
It calls for damages and for certain quarterbacks to have their contracts voided. Dude, Denver would like Russell Wilson to have his contract voided.
Okay,
trust me on this.
This is like one of those things where they're like court documents revealed that Johnny Depp was accused of shitting on, Amber Heard's, 300 count sheets. But those are all just documents and accusations. That's essentially what this says. And those always get clicks, but that none of that is necessarily true. It's just in writing somewhere.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, this lawsuit was in 2022, which apparently we weren't ever supposed to get this document, but apparently it's out now. And then some, wonk read through it, and this is what they found. Nothing.
Freedom of Information.
But there is collusion. I'm not saying that there isn't. There's fucking if there's a clique of people and they're the most powerful men in the world and they have each other's cell phone numbers, they're going to collude. They're going to be like, yo, don't fucking go after Lamar, and I won't go after, whatever linebacker that you're trying to sign, and we'll be cool with it. There's always backdoor deals like that.
Oh, yeah.
I said backdoor.
All right. Backdoor.
Do you have anything else to add to this?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's more or less that is there collusion going on? Yes. I don't think it has to do with anything with Lamar Jackson. I think it has. There are other issues in terms of, I would say if there's collusion, it's more or less in getting the players to agree to the 2020 CBA and the 2030 CBA. That's would be the collusion.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I feel like it would be.
That's not collusion in that. That's more solidarity, right? Like, wouldn't you want to conspire with your friends on what to get across? Like, that's their right to talk and organize against the NFLPA. And the NFLPA is a mess. I mean,
the NFLPA is like a puppet. I remember Ooch was flipping out over Demaryius Smith. Dude's a puppet. He'd be ranting nonstop about that. I would love to hear Ooch's thoughts about this, because he got some of the inner workings. Like, I don't think he was an NFLPA rep, but he knew guys who did work for the NFLPA.
Yeah, he had his ear to the ground, and even 10, 15, 10 years ago, I'm sure not much has changed in how the NFL and the NFLPA conducts business. They're one of the weaker labor unions. Baseball probably being the strongest.
Baseball and basketball, I would say probably.
Basketball runs the show because fucking Adam Stern was like, just let them railroad him.
Yeah, Adam Silver. Pretty much.
Or Adam Silver. Sorry, I keep calling.
Well, I mean, you might as well call him Adam Stern because they're pretty much the same.
Yeah, they're only concerned about making money. That's it. That's Adam Silver just is like keep the lights on and print money for me and all the other owners. Yep, Miss Sanucci. All right, let's go to the super chats.
I agree, brother. I absolutely agree, man. Well, we'll keep this up in the meantime, though, with our stars. Beast of Metal 1989, our loving degenerate for 20 bones. The NBA Finals were rigged. The league covertly injected Tyrese Halliburton with nanotech that destroyed his body from within as soon as the Pacers went up 3-2. Their only goal this postseason was to spite Westbrook at any cost. Actually, the Thunder were up 3-2. They tied in Game 6.
Yeah.
But, I agree with what you're saying. I mean, what happened was it wasn't the league injecting. It was actually telepathically from Stephen A. Smith playing solitaire in the middle of games. I think that's what did it.
No, it was one of the Monstars went into Halliburton, and that was him leaving Halliburton's body. He was called back to some conflict in the alien world, and that's what happens when they leave, is you see that little snap in the heel, the calf.
And I'm going to tell my grandchildren about the Halliburton. It was beautiful.
Yes. Or the Halliburton. Oh my
god! The comment I got in one of my videos, like, the Halliburton has been bombed by Shea Team 6.
Oh my god, that is terrible. Who came up with that? I want to buy a beer.
I don't know. Dude. See, this is the magic we get from memes. Connor Akers, who's worse, R. Kelly or Jared from Subway?
These are important. These are
the
important
we need to
questions.
ask. Oh, I mean, R. Kelly legitimately abused like young girls. Jared Fogle was just a sick fuck who just like collected a lot of degenerate pornography. So
I mean, who was? Yeah, I mean, they're both hurting people, right? Like one,
they're both
more
pieces
directly.
of shit.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just say they're both pieces of shit. And
I mean, if you had to put a gun to my head, I'd say R. Kelly. But if Jared had like someone in a room, he would take advantage. Like, I'm not saying he's innocent at all.
Yeah,
it's just how people work like that. Jared Oberfeld, 5 should be the one getting a clickbait punishment. The punishment should be wearing a Bobby Bonilla jersey on the next dumpster fire. Ooh.
Is the next dumpster fire on July 1st?
Might be.
People often get confused.
Yes, it is.
Oh, we're gonna celebrate
it is July 1st.
So hard.
Oh, dude, I am doing NHL free agency stream that day, and after that, I think we should.
We're gonna dumpster fire.
Day. We should celebrate that and do NHL free agency. Yes, sir.
Should I get a cake? Should I get a cake for Bobby Bonilla Day? Like, just
Ooh, what kind of cake are we talking about?
What should you do for Bobby Bonilla Day that just really embodies the spirit of the holiday itself?
Get a gigantic check, write out like owed to Bobby Bonilla $1,200,000, present it on screen, and just place it in your backdrop. I think that's the way you do it. Okay. That's how you celebrate Bobby
foam
Bonilla
check.
Day.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, hopefully in the future we're gonna get like days like that. Like we're gonna get Chris Davis Day.
We got a hundo.
We got a hundo, and we got a fitty. We got 2 from viewer newest. Oh yeah, I mean, 5's doing the happy dance. He's just sitting there like, "Oh, I made money. Let's go.
We made money. Let's go."
We're gonna have to get back up. We got a fitty too. Viewer newest. So Tom Thibodeau leads the Knicks to their deepest playoff run in 25 years, and he gets 5. Say it loud. Yeah. This is what we're doing, 5's kid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 5's kid. You're not part of the stream. You're not.
Shit, I don't want to ever see that again.
Yeah, I mean,
he's hating on the gritty.
Wait, dude, wait till you hear what he says about his chocolate starfish. It's not fun.
Yeah. You send me more money, I'll show you my asshole.
You would do that, you sick fuck. No one wants to see that shit. I'll pay you to not see your fucking asshole. How's that sound?
Tom Thibodeau got fired because he just they just don't think that he's going to take them to a championship, so they're going to bring in a players coach. And it's not going to work. I thought Thibodeau was a good coach, but now they'll bring in, whoever is available that they think, maybe even Budenholzer or somebody, or what's his name? I don't know. Or they'll get some young guy that the assistant that everybody liked.
Probably Mike Brown from the Kings.
Oh my God, Mike Brown. Fucking dude. Retread Mike Brown.
Hey, it could be. And we got another fitty, so you're gonna have to do another jump. The only collusion I'm interested in is the one where the Packies finish last. The Crusade will reign. Meanwhile, how will Eisman crush my heart again this year? Also, how goes the prep for coming back to Portlandia? Hope things go smooth. 5, I believe you're making an announcement today about everything going
yes,
on,
I need
right?
to film that in a little bit. I like that he called them the Packies from Pakistan. The Green Bay Packies.
Just wait till they play
America.
India. Packies versus India. Good luck with that.
Packers versus Indiana.
They nearly went to war and started nuking each other.
Yeah, it's weird how when some country gets nukes, we're just like, okay, you can have nukes because we can't really do anything about it. But Iran,
Well, Iran is there's still a lot of bitterness about overthrowing the Shah, so
yeah.
It is what it is. Jared, sorry, I gotta keep going here because we were talking about the Bobby Bonilla Day punishment, and we're saying big check. I think that's the way we do it.
Okay,
Gigantic
big check. No, I think for Bobby Bonilla Day, like you should do something really financially irresponsible on on Bobby Bonilla Day. That makes sense. Or make like
So
a really bad investment.
is this just an excuse to give us money? Is that what you're doing?
Like buy Bitcoin or something really stupid, like on.
Well,
it represents stupidity embodied. Like, but
no, not Bitcoin, but one of those scam coins, like a rug pull. That's how you do it.
Like you should buy the Haktua Girls meme coin, and then you'll just be fucking. You'll just be like, yeah, I'm gonna get so paid from this. Or you could do the opposite, make a really good financial move on Bobby Bonilla Day.
Like what are we talking about? Investing in mutual funds or CDs, something like that.
The only other thing that you could do is go to Six Flags and ride all the roller coasters as Bobby Bonilla.
As Mr. Six.
Yes. And then do that dance out front. Bum, 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 bum. And just walk around like you're paid,
Yep.
We should create a dumpster fire coin and then fucking inflate the value of it and then walk away with millions.
What's going to happen is we're the ones that get rug pulled because we forget to pull it out in time.
Yeah.
That's what would happen.
Dump coin. That's it. We should call it dump coin.
Yeah, dump coin.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Nobody knows more about not what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, that's the meme. It's just that is our thing.
Hold on, can we hit that again?
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Yeah, thanks Donald Trump for telling me what the fuck that's the dumpster fire.
We don't know what the fuck we're doing. I mean, that's how
we'll never know what the fuck we're doing. All right, more supers.
Really know what the fuck we're doing? No, we don't. Red Rhino 49. So Tree getting that Clippers legacy of failure video now after the trade from PG-13 led to OKC's championship. I'm hoping so this summer. As I'm working on a few long-term projects right now, I've got to figure out a video for this week, but long term, I'm working on a couple legacies of failure, so I'm hoping to get those out. And Connor Akers, the Thunder, have sent PG-13 into retirement. Oh no, he's not retiring. He's got the podcast, man.
Oh yeah.
Podcast.
Well, him and Carmelo should have a.
Well, Justin Solomita, I'm waiting for the day a gambler fucking kills an athlete over losing a bet. That's probably happened in the past. I mean. Dude, I mean, they had guys that didn't take dives in the past and they get hunted down. I mean, that's a lot of like bookies and mobsters. That was always a big thing back in the day.
Yeah, but also, someone's going to snap. But I mean, they'll go on a house-to-house manhunt over that shit. You don't fuck with that.
Oh, yeah. Like they
guys have gotten threats. Guys have gotten threats for not, getting 12 points when their line was 11. It was fucking ridiculous. This is the bad side of gambling. They were like, oh, we need to, but people were going to do that anyways.
Yeah.
Whether it was
they always flip out over like bad performances or good performances against their team. That's always been a thing. I think the thing as well is it's trying to blame someone else for their own financial irresponsibility. I think the always thing is I don't mind gambling. I don't mind putting a few bucks down, but if you're throwing every single thing you have at like one part, the only person at fault is you.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I see it. Like, if you're throwing like your entire life savings on one thing, that's your problem, dude.
Yeah, it's a tax for people that don't understand math. You're gonna lose.
Yeah. And the problem is a lot of people don't understand math. As I said, I don't have a problem with gambling. I don't mind putting a few bucks down myself. But as I said, just got to be smart about it. Sean Albert, it's official. The Clippers' legacy of failure is complete.
They are very much a legacy of failure.
I was waiting for the right time. Mm-hmm. James Amadei, did you see that LSU Coastal Carolina baseball game? Which part are we talking about? The part where the umpire and the manager and first base coach got ejected in the final?
Yeah,
game?
They basically ejected everybody, and then LSU just swept Coastal. I mean, Coastal had a good team for sure, but LSU they're a powerhouse.
Fucking loaded, dude.
Yeah, LSU is always good. They just got dude after dude.
Oh, yeah, man. C-Dust 19. Seeing the Thunder win the finals brought me to tears. It's going to be the only championship joy I'll get to experience because I know my Cowboys aren't winning anytime soon.
Yeah.
I mean, they did win eventually with
You're a Thunder
Thames.
and I guess if you live in Oklahoma, yeah, you'd be a Cowboys fan because there's nothing close to there.
I'm trying
And
to
you don't
think
want to
what
be a
else would
Kansas City.
be
You don't want to be a
around. I mean,
Kansas City fan.
God, no, it's too far.
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably rooting for the Sooners. That's really about it, or the Oklahoma State Cowboys,
or the OK State Cowboys.
Yeah, hopefully
Stillwater.
But
yep.
And Christopher Brickner, is it easier to predict if an NFL team will be good or bad? With exceptions, I think it's easier to predict that a team will be good. Sometimes they come out of nowhere. That's the thing you have to realize.
Oh, predictions are tough because there's always going to be
variables.
Four teams that get in to the playoffs
and they just surprise or they don't. Like you couldn't, like nobody expected Washington to make it last year.
No, or Minnesota to be that good.
Yeah, nobody expected San Francisco to implode. Nobody expected, like, I would say Miami to struggle the way they did.
It was pretty easy to call the Giants sucking, though.
Cincinnati to miss the playoffs. Like, nobody expected them.
Yeah. There's always going to be, that's why we love the NFL. It's not predictable. It's very difficult to see who's going to be good or bad. I think MLB is kind of more predictable. You know who's going to be bad in the MLB for sure.
Oh yeah, like everyone expected the Rockies, White Sox, Marlins, and Pirates to be bad. I mean, you just didn't expect the Orioles to be that bad this year.
Oh yeah,
like you didn't expect the Mariners to do their thing, stuff like that. But I said we'll see. And Connor Akers, the NBA needs to open up next season with Thunder versus Rockets. KD's Rockets debut versus his former team while Thunder raised the championship banner.
It's going to be a long season.
Yeah, I would say KD versus the Warriors will be a big one too.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since the Rockets can't beat the Warriors in a series. That's why they brought in KD.
Yeah, the Warriors are on the way out though.
LTO with no period at the end. Hey, Five. Thoughts on the Mets-Phillies series, most notably a certain 3-run play by Bryson Stott?
Yeah, the Mets are cooling off. You know, the Phillies, they took game 1. The Mets came back in game 2, but Phillies took 2 out of 3. The problem the Mets have right now, I don't even care about you Phillies. You guys are decent, is the Mets can't beat the Braves still. And the Braves are kind of ass this year. And they're letting the fucking they've hit a rut. They're either red hot or ice cold, and right now they're ice cold. I think they're playing tonight. And they beat up on shitty teams. Yeah, okay, they're up 3-0 on the Braves. They beat up on really crappy teams except for the Braves. So that was a rough series, though, if you're a Mets fan.
Christopher Brickner, what is the weakest sports union? The NHL union? Oh, NFL. NFL, easily.
I mean, at least the NFL is printing money. Like, even when they concede, the NHL union has to basically do whatever the NHL.
Well, the problem is the NHL lost a few battles with lockouts. That's what happened. Because they lost that whole season. They tried playing their hand, and it backfired. That's what happened there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but both sides have a lot to lose if there's a labor stoppage. The NFL could miss 6-7 weeks, and we would all go back. Like, the NFL has a unique position where everyone's pissed when they haven't settled. Like, leagues like the NHL and the MLB, like, if they take extended breaks, people are not clamoring for, they're just like, okay, do what you got to do. We don't fucking care. But anytime there's a missed week in the NFL because of a labor, even training camp, like, people get pissed over that shit. They're like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Fans don't like labor stoppages. But what's interesting is, like, the labor stoppages are uniquely American. There's no way La Liga is going to miss games over some fucking labor dispute. I don't even think does the Premier League even have a players association? Do any other leagues in the world have a fucking players union? It seems like a uniquely American thing.
I mean, I'm not sure. I know golf doesn't really have a players union. NASCAR doesn't really have a drivers union. Formula One doesn't have a union. I don't. Does cricket have a players' union?
Okay, so
know.
yes, there's a PFA for the professional footballers in England.
Yeah,
But I don't think there's ever been. Has there? Let me see.
because I know with wrestling, they're
Ever
considered independent
been
contractors.
labor stoppage in the Premier League?
And Lim, to answer your question, I wasn't able to watch the World Cup in '94. I know the U.S. lost to Bolivia that year, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, the Premier League has never gone on strike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they're not fucking. They're like, we
'Cause they're
play a
paid
game for a
handsomely.
living. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If there was a labor stoppage in France, they would just fucking go to their houses with tear gas. Be like, fuck you. Uh-huh. All right. Keep going.
Mm-hmm. And Christopher Bregner, instead of Jared from Subway, here's mine. Who's worse, R. Kelly or P. Diddy?
Ooh. P. Diddy.
I mean,
was,
you got to go with Diddy because of how much shit he had on everyone.
Yeah,
like
Diddy
he was like a
very
ringmaster.
Epstein. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had baby oil and cameras set up. He sucked
Nothing but
everybody
baby oil
in.
and cameras, baby.
And I don't know, honestly, like I don't know how if I was in that crew, how I wouldn't fall for that shit. I'd be like, oh shit, party at P. Diddy's house, and I wake up, butt all sore, covered in baby oil, and I'd be like, I guess I'm not gonna tell anybody what happened.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't. I think a lot of people would be susceptible to baby oil and butt rape.
I think a lot of people would. You would say that. Over enthusiastic intern Caleb, best way to celebrate Bonilla Day would be to eat cake one piece at a time, once a year, over the span of 25 years. Dude, that cake would get rancid quick. That's what you got to.
Or you'd have to eat.
Got to be a fresh cake.
As individual slices throughout the day. You'd have to eat one piece of cake for every hour of the day in celebration of when does Bobby Bonilla go? How? Oh, you know what you should do? 2035. So he's got only 9 more years, 10 years left. So you should eat however remaining years of cake so it'll get better. You eat 10 pieces of cake this year. You eat 9 next year. 7,
and then
8,
they're just bigger pieces of cake.
Mm-hmm. And then on the last year, you get 1 piece of cake. Yes.
One whole piece of cake. It's just the whole cake. Connor Akers, the Pacers in the NBA are like R. Kelly and Gayle King because they're killing him with this shit.
Oh my gosh. I just thought, like, in 2035, what are we going to do on the last Bobby Bonilla Day ever?
I feel like we have to have a massive celebration. The Mets need to bring out Bobby Bonilla and present one gigantic check and make it like commemorative, and then just retire Bobby Bonilla Day. That's what they need to do.
Yes.
Don't retire anything else. Like that is a legend of itself. It's like we are retiring Bobby Bonilla Day. It is a legend of
legends. Yes, and then they would just have a plaque called Bobby Bonilla Day.
Yeah, it's just him collecting a check.
Yeah, they're not retiring Bobby Bonilla. It would be a check. It would be a framed check in there.
How much he owes.
Yes, instead of a banner, it's just a hanging soft check from the ceiling. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Bobby Bonilla Day is done.
And Beast of Metal 1989. Breaking! The Canucks have won the cup, the Abbotsford Canucks. And now the weather. Cuts to hot weather woman. The forecast calls for death tonight, destruction tomorrow, and Armageddon by weekend. This could be the end
the Rangers
as we know it.
The Rangers sent their next year's first round pick.
They sent this year's first round picks.
This year, whatever. Yeah. So they wanted to keep next year. So the Rangers are going to be fucked for a while. But
so what's happening is I think they're going to use that as a trade chip at the deadline, or if they suck, they'll use it to have a chance at Gavin McKenna. That's what's happening. I'm surprised they let it go. I thought they would have kept it and then used this year's as a trade chip, but I mean, hey, for the Penguins' sake, you have 2 picks back to back. You can always trade up. Like you have an arsenal you can use to move up into, say, the top 5.
What do you do with Tanger? Do you think he's done? He's close to being at the end. Yeah.
Well, the thing with Letang, he had surgery to repair an open hole in his heart. Like that's why he had 2 strokes. I know this is probably going to be Malkin's last year, like this year.
Yeah.
Like he's pretty much done.
We're both of our teams are going to suck for a while. It's going to take
Yeah.
a little while to rebuild and reload.
Yeah, as I said, like
suck.
I mean, we've got cups to deal with over here, but still, it's like I'd rather not have the good times end. As I said, they should have started rebuilding after 22, but they wanted to keep it going, and this is the result. You're probably gonna see if you can trade Eric Carlson. You might trade Raquel, although Crosby likes him. Rust's name's been thrown around. Like there are a bunch of different pieces you can do. I think the Penguins at this point are just like, yeah, they're in the tank brigade.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And this is what I wanted them to do, so I'm not complaining. Christopher Brickner for 5. What real life sports team season would be the best comedy if they made a biographical film about them, like from drama and losing, for example?
Like
comedy.
A certain, just one team?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
gosh.
Oh, dude, if you're talking like encompassing like comedy, it'd have to be the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, yeah.
If you're talking
if
like
one
all
team
time,
season.
oh, yeah.
Oh, I think the 0-16 Brown season would be hilarious if you made a comedy out of that. That was fucking pure shit.
Oh, gorgeous, man. Gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick, man, just a reminder, the Thunder have 2 first-round picks this year. And the first-round pick from 2024 is set to make his debut next season. Yep, Nikola Topic. The Thunder nearly had the Sixers pick, but they won the lottery. So they would have had the 6th overall pick, which would have been hilarious.
Jesus. Thunder are embarrassingly rich right now.
Excuse me. Still trying to get over a cold. It was what happened last week. I thought it was allergies. Turns out it was a pretty bad summer cold. A lot of coughing. It was fun. Beast of Metal 1989. I've been informed that it was the Abbotsford Canucks. And the cup in question was the Calder. The revised weather forecast is smoke from Claypool's childhood home after an ex goes left eye on his back. Beast. And Firefox watched a video called The Search for the Worst American Sports Team, and his conclusion was on the Arizona Cardinals. Do you guys agree? I'd say so. They have the longest championship drought. They've lost like pretty much nearly every single year.
And the one championship they won was controversial. Potsdam, Potsdam actually won it, but they lobbied to get 2 of their wins stricken, and so the Cardinals won. It wasn't even, it was before there was even like a Super Bowl or a championship. It was kind of bullshit. I don't count it as a championship.
Yeah, the Bidwells are really shit.
Cardinals fan, they get all mad about that.
Well, the Cardinals fans don't give a shit. Beast of Metal 1989 for 10. NASCAR tried forming a drivers union in 1969 over Talladega. Big Bill crushed it by hiring pony cars to run that race. The RTA is also not a union. It's a boiler room running a Ponzi scheme. Yeah, Bill France. The France family runs NASCAR. That's why they're kind of in the shithole they're in. But, I mean, if they want to run gimmicky playoffs, so be it. We'll have Harrison Burton in the playoffs. Whoop-de-doo. Joe Basil for 20. What's up? Hi, Tree and 5 points. Greetings from the Jersey Shore. I hope you're staying cool out there, brother. It's fucking hot out there. My question for you, Tree's a hockey question. Why do you call Barry Trotz the Eggman? Oh, well, I call him the Eggman because he has like an egg shape. So he looks like an egg. That's why. NFP, my question for you, would you rather play with or against the Savannah Bananas?
So, I mean, I've kind of had I wouldn't say beef with the Bananas. I would just say some weird interactions with them. Like back in 2021, I asked them if they wanted to do content creators versus the Bananas, and this was before the World Tour, and they gave me a really weird response. They were like, "Look up John Boy Media," and I was like, "That's not what I asked."
They wanted to get John Boy, and just like they wanted to get them involved. I think that was
and I was just like, "No, that's not what I asked." But then I talked to Cole this last weekend. Cole from Good Tough,
formerly Momentum.
He films Coach Rack, and he's like, "Yo, the Savannah Bananas, they're an awesome promotion. Like all this stuff that you hear that's negative about them, it's completely wrong." So I don't know. I'd like to experience it for myself to see if they're, what as good as Cole says they are, which I think they are. Cole doesn't fucking mince words. He's not going to talk. He's not going to sing someone's praises without it being true. So I would like to see, he kind of changed my opinion of them. I've gone from I'll never do anything with them to, I would like to, at least see how they do things. And a lot of the Cosmic players are ex-Banana players, and they don't have necessarily any negative things to say either.
Yeah, they seem like they take care of their own.
Yeah.
At least to me. Beast of Metal 1989. Congrats, 5 points. Chris Drury correctly determined the heroes of New Amsterdam were sewn back together wrong. Next, blame the Goldens Against guy on the problem who recorded the 20 GSAX behind pylons. I don't know if they're blaming Shesty for that one. They wouldn't have extended it.
I don't know if Drury survives this rebuild. He could be in trouble.
I mean, they just extended him, so he has a long leash.
That doesn't mean shit.
I'd say he's a longer
If
one.
they're
Than
upset,
Sully, but
they will fire you. They'll be like, you know what? Collect these unemployment checks because you won't get a job in this town otherwise.
This sounds like the Rangers, no?
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Is that the Rangers?
Sir, what do you mean by that? Sir, Mr. President, what do you mean by they don't know what the fuck they're doing?
I don't know. I mean, I can see James Dolan saying that.
It's the first president to ever drop an F-bomb on live
in public.
television.
I mean, oh, dude, Lyndon B. Johnson was
oh my
throwing F-bombs nonstop.
Those tapes,
Trust me on this.
Have you ever heard the tapes? Because he wanted everything recorded and documented.
I thought that was Nixon. That was Nixon.
Nixon too. No. If you watch Vietnam by Ken Burns, it's Lyndon Johnson just talking shit, saying racist shit like the whole time, just absolute, like, I don't want to be fucking involved in this war by fucking spring. Like, he's just fucking cussing people out and shit. And they're just like, do you know they had a strategy in the Vietnam War? They're like, as long as we kill more people than they can make, we're gonna win this war. I'm just like, what is this?
It was outdated thinking. They're thinking of outdated tactics, and the problem is, with the way they acted, they supported a bunch of corrupt governments. Like, if they didn't support dictators down there, they may have had a chance, but like, they thought the communists were like more benevolent because they weren't actively killing people in the streets. Like, they had the South Vietnamese officer shooting a guy point blank. Like, there was that. That
guy was a rapist. Nobody knows the full. That guy.
But the problem is, that's how they see it. Like children. That they don't see the context. They see like, oh, they're shooting a civilian like randomly. Like, they don't care.
Right in the back of the head. So
that's the issue like people had. And JNLT Tree, have you talked with Caleb about Game 7? Yes, we were talking live at that point. Unfortunately, he's in a state of how do I say deep mourning. It's that's been one of those things.
That sucks.
Yeah, the Pacers are cursed. And Christopher Brickner. In Star Wars, the reason Mace Windu is a purple lightsaber is because he wanted a unique color. So he asked George if his can be purple.
Okay, is that like a esoteric reference? I thought Mace Windu's had the double. No, Mace Windu.
No, that was Darth Maul.
Jackson.
That was Darth Maul.
That's right. Yeah. Mace Windu is Samuel L. Jackson. He's like, get some of this Force, bitch.
Yeah, buddy. And then he gets killed by Palpatine. Actually, by Anakin.
Spoiler alert.
Browns fans have two mortal enemies, Art Modell and Jimmy Haslam. Yes, sir. Ooh, the Cleveland Browns are also.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
I want to play that on clickbait so bad next time we do.
Yes,
I don't think like Scooter would be like.
Scooter would be mortified, and Tom.
Yeah, but
Tom.
Tom and Brandon aren't really into Trump, I think. So I think that's part of it.
Yeah. You just
and Joe Basile, I can confirm it's hot as fuck at the shore. Thanks for the cool thoughts. Oh, dude, it's like 95 degrees here. It's fucking boiling. Dude, I've been outside doing some baseball practice, doing yard work. Oh God, my entire shirt's.
Oh, we played on Sunday. The umpires were dying. We agreed to play 7 innings, and we ended up tying because it was just too hot. We usually play 9.
Yeah, we played Sunday too. Gotten at bat, I popped up on a 3-2 pitch. It was
man. Hey, you put it in play though.
Yeah, but I'm still like, all I'm doing is just like, I can't hit it flush. It's not good. And then we kind of choked the game away. We were up 3-0. We gave up
that sucks.
in an inning. So that was fun. But yes, I also recommend if you ever come to New Jersey, both the Blue Claws and Patriots are great options for a minor league baseball game. You still on your hot streak, by the way, Five?
Well, I cooled down last game. I went 0 for 3, but it was against the best pitcher in the league, so I'm not upset.
Yeah, as I said,
So
that happens.
I'll just go back at it on Sunday. We had a couple rainouts, so that really disrupted our.
Oh yeah, dude, we've had 8 rainouts this year. 8.
Yeah.
I mean, considering Friday, it might be 9.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, it's ridiculous. So we have to.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're done. Let's do
All
a
right,
little
let's,
Immaculate Grid.
Let's do some.
We talked about all this
Immaculate-
stuff. We talked about some Stanley Cup finals. We talked about some NBA finals. Ooh, we got a good one here. I know a
Steve
good one
Finley.
for this one off the mat. No, Robbie Grossman.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's always my go-to. He was a former Pirates draft pick.
Ooh, an LA and an A.
Max Muncy. That's your easy
Max
one.
Muncy.
Yep, he was an A.
To Mike Piazza.
Piazza is a good one. LaDuca, did he ever play for the A's?
Oh, Paul LaDuca, possibly.
Did Tom Candiotti, did he ever play for the Dodgers? I think he was an A. No,
Candyman was a Dodger for sure, but I don't remember.
I don't think he was an A. He was an Indian. I know that.
He was
a
Met.
Sure about an A.
Yeah. Noma. That's right. Noma was an A.
Yeah.
Had no clue there.
Noma Garciaparra.
Gosh,
Ooh,
we're
Blake
missing
Trinan.
some obvious one. Okay, that's a good one.
Well,
That's
7%.
a good one.
Damn it.
7%.
That'd be
A's
easier.
40+ WAR for their career. That would be Catfish
Reggie
Hunter.
Jackson, Catfish Hunter,
Yeah.
Rolly Fingers, Ricky, Mark McGuire.
Ricky
Not
Henderson.
McGuire.
Not McGuire.
Tony Phillips.
I bet you Dave Stewart was plus 40.
Dave Stewart. Yeah, I would say Zito, Mulder, Tejada.
Miguel
I'm trying to
Tejada for sure.
Yep. Ooh.
Oh, there's
Ray Durham.
No.
I thought Ray Durham had 40.
It's
God
WAR.
damn it. Yeah, 40 plus WAR.
40
I thought Ray Durham had 40.
Oh, you fucking suck, dude.
Oh, fuck you, dude.
All right, an Astro and a Sock. Well, just put somebody down for 40+. Who? Oh, Rich. No, he's a Philly. Raleigh Fingers. No.
Really? Not Raleigh Fingers?
Catfish Hunter
fuck.
for sure.
Yeah.
There you go. 2%, fucker. An LA and a Sock. Ooh.
Steve Sachs?
Steve Sachs was pretty much a Dodger his whole career.
I know. I think he played briefly for the White Sox. Yep.
Oh, nice. Good pull. And a Houston and a Sock.
Dallas Keuchel.
Dallas Keuchel.
Ooh, I'm trying to see who else is really there. Probably a few others.
Carlos Lee.
Jose Abreu. Jose Abreu is a super easy one.
Okay. Or Richard Hidalgo. Was he?
We'll do Keuchel.
Yep. All right. Played catcher for one game. Craig Biggio.
Bruce Bochy.
Nice. Dodger who played catcher for one game.
Todd
Hundley.
Hundley.
Nice. All right. Can we keep going?
Unfortunately, we can't. There's no way to play again. I wish there was a way you can
Who
keep
did we
going.
miss?
Hold on. I want
Who
to
did
check
we miss?
something real quick. I want to, because I thought Ray Durham had 40. 33.8. See, I was close because he did play for the A's briefly. I thought he had more.
He did.
Because he was solid for a while.
All right. Do you want to do football immaculate grid before we
Yep.
transition to hockey?
Football to puck doku. Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Ooh, a Titan and an Eagle. Fuck. That
Interesting.
one's a hard one to start.
Ooh. I'm trying to think here. I don't think Mettenberger ever played for the Eagles. Only one
What's his name?
team.
McCown.
Luke McCown or Josh? No, not Josh.
Josh
I don't know if
McCown.
Josh ever played for the Titans. Did he? Huh.
Oh, Vince Young. That's a great one.
Yeah, Vince Young. That's probably the super easy one.
Yeah. Oh, DeMarco
Eagles,
Murray's
Seahawks.
another good one.
Shad Penny. 23. I thought that'd be a little easier.
An Eagle I think Todd Pinkston only played for the Eagles.
Well, the easy way to get this is just get the ones that barely play for any other team.
Yeah.
Like
And I don't think
probably
Freddie
get,
Mitchell played for anybody else.
I think he did. I feel like.
Oh, come
not
on.
sure. Did Brian Hoying ever play for another team? I mean, you're looking at easy ones: Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, Jason Kelsey.
Yeah. Mitchell played for the Chiefs. Oh, no. Mitchell only played for the Eagles. I was right. He was a practice squad member for the Chiefs.
Freddie Mitchell?
Yep. A little cheating, but
yeah, let's do it. Right. Fuck it. You are right.
3.3%.
Let's do I'm trying to find someone.
Cardinals
like,
only. I mean, Kyler Murray. Josh
Marcel
Rosen.
Shipp?
No, that's
Marcel
wrong.
Shipp played more.
Who's a running
Dennis
back that
Johnson?
only played? Larry Fitz obviously only played for the Cardinals, but that's obvious.
Dennis Johnson? Did he play for only one team? Damn it.
Nope. Fuck wad.
Fuck you. Eat my dick.
Raven.
Dick.
Kyle Bowler did not play for anybody but the Ravens.
I think he played for another team briefly.
Oh,
I'm not entirely sure though. I would go with Daniel Fa'alele. There we go.
Oh yeah,
Early
Bowler
draft
did
pick.
play for the Rams and the Raiders. Yeah. Good one. Okay. And a Cardinal who only played for the Cardinals. Think of a draft pick that was like a massive bust.
Paris Johnson.
There you go.
First round pick.
All right. An Eagle or a Seahawk and a
Seahawk and a Cardinal. Ooh. Huh. Seahawk and a Cardinal. Dave Krieg?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Good one. All right. A Seahawk and a Raven.
Earl Thomas is the easy one here.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of someone a little more obscure. The problem is there's so many guys. It's just hard to just sift through them all. Like you have to like pinpoint one position and then go from there.
Seahawk and a Raven. Trent Dilfer. Yeah.
Dilfer. Yeah. Let's do Dilfer.
The Dilf Daddy.
Right. The Dilfer.
Good suggestion, Leif.
The Dilf.
All right. A Titan and a Raven.
Jadeveon Clowney.
Some guy named Derrick Henry. A Cardinal
Titan
and a
Cardinal.
Who's that pass rusher? There's a pass rusher.
Wilbur Marshall.
There you go.
To the Oilers. You can do Oilers too. It would have been a William Fuller. Would have been a good one here.
But that was Vince Young. All right, now it's time for
Goku. Fuck it. I think I did this one accidentally
Parker.
earlier, but I'll do another one. I'll do fresh names this time.
Okay.
All the fresh names. Ooh, San Jose and Washington. Ivan Corriveau. Let's do Neil Wilkinson. Two teams played exact.
Watching count cards.
Link Gates. Let's go.
How do you even
Philadelphia
know existed?
I don't know. Philadelphia, two teams exact. I had Eric Malosh for the first one, but I want to do someone different here. Ooh. Kinky. Jakob Pelletier. Yep. Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Oh, dude.
So you got this one
here. Oh, dude, there's so many.
Jeff Carter. Yeah.
Ron Flockhart. Boom.
Mm.
Philadelphia, Washington. Ooh.
Oh,
Matt Niskanen. Wait, Niskanen never played for Philly. Garnet Hathaway.
I don't think I can even name one.
Philadelphia, Washington.
Flyer
Your easiest one.
and-
Mike Richards. Mike Richards is your easy.
Oh yeah, that's an easy
He
one.
played there briefly.
That's right.
Knuble would be another one.
Oh, Yager. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yager. Yeah, that's another one. I'll come back to this one. 100 wins.
100 wins as a
goalie.
capital. Jim Carey. Ole Cole.
Carey, I don't know if he had 100. Kolzig. Neuwirth I had the first time. I will go with...
Who was their goalie in the 80s?
Mike Liut, but Semyon Varlamov would be the one.
Oh.
100 wins for a goalie for the Penguins. Ooh. Kenny Reggett. And 2 teams played with 100 wins.
Ooh.
I mean, as I
2
said,
teams
Patrick
exactly
Waugh,
100 wins.
Martin Brodeur.
Henrik Lundqvist, right?
No,
Didn't he
Lundqvist
play
never
for the
played for
Caps?
Washington. No, he
Oh, that's
signed but
right.
never played.
Did Cujo only play for 2 teams?
No, he played for a few others. He played for St. Louis,
Oh.
Toronto, Detroit,
That's
a couple
right.
others.
Bobby Lou? Okay.
Bobby Lou would be a good one. I mean, actually, he'd be 3. Islanders, Panthers.
Yeah, that's
Vancouver.
right. Bobby Lou's in the Hall of Fame.
Yep. That he is. Tuukka Rask. Although Rask, I think, didn't really play for Toronto, so I don't think that counts. I'm just trying to think of someone who got traded like recently, but hasn't really had a starting point. Spencer Knight. No, Knight never got 100 wins. Askarov hasn't gotten 100 wins, so that's not going to count. I'll keep this going there. Philadelphia, Washington. I'll come back. Let's go with...
Does Mike Gardner ever play for the
Flyers? No,
popular?
never did.
No.
So I'm trying to think this through. Like Philadelphia and Washington never really traded with each other.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, John Druce. Fuck it. And then 100 wins goalie for two teams exactly. That's the part that's tricky. It's 2 teams. The only ones I can think of are Patrick Waugh and Martin Brodeur. Trying to think of someone else. Like probably original 6 goalies, perhaps. But
yeah.
Yeah. Billy Smith only played for 1 team. He's not going to count.
Yeah.
Ooh. Lindbergh only played for 1 team. He's not going to count. Andy Moog. Damn it.
Nope.
I thought he played for 2 teams. Let's keep going. Grant Fuhr played for a couple teams. That's not going to count.
Yeah, Grant Fuhr was bounced around.
Fuck it. I'll just do Brodeur. I can't think of anyone else.
I
I want to see who else had this. Kiprasov, Ole the goalie, Tony Esposito, Cam Ward only played for 2
Wow. Kari Lettinen only
Yep.
played for 2 teams.
Eddie Jacquemin. Billy Smith did play for 2 teams. Son of a bitch.
Oh. Did he
Fuck,
attempt
I think
a
he played for
comeback?
LA.
Let me look.
I think he played for LA. And then a lot of older goalies. Bob Fraze, Frank Brimsek, Clint Benedict, Gio Villamor, Mike Palmatier, Andre Pavlik. Yeah.
Oh, so Billy Smith played his rookie year as a King, and then he was
Then he got
traded or
drafted.
he was acquired by the Islanders. Yeah, that's weird.
So we got a
He
few
had
more. We'll call
305
that there.
career wins and only 1 as a King.
See, I thought it was his later years. Brickner, for the Browns, I think the coaches and management know what they're doing. The problem is Haslam is the wild card, is he doesn't know what he's doing. Exactly. That's why
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
and Leaf Opstead could have done Walter Thurman for Seattle and Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah. All right, fellow nerds.
And Tony Williams, Tree, I'm no Bungles fan, but what's your take on the Shamar Stewart situation? Plus, how about those Mets 5? Hashtag go Braves. I mean, with the Shamar Stewart situation, it's just the Bengals being cheap. They're afraid of another Amarius Sims situation. That's the reality of it.
Yeah. Screw the Braves and let's go Mets. That's all I got to say. All right, you ready to wrap this
Noah
show up?
Kaniga has arrived for his first day of practice. We have a few more.
You said that wrong. Uh-huh.
Yep. A Kaniga? Or Kaniga? I don't know.
No, that's not how you say it. You get canceled.
I know exactly. I mean, if you mispronounce, if you silence the K, you get canceled. Imagine if by week 5 every NFL team was forced to third and fourth string players at every position. It might be the most hilariously bad NFL season ever. Oh, dude, it's not by week 5. It's like week 16 when that happens, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone just gets destroyed. And James Lindsley, did you guys hear about Chandler Jones? Very sad.
Yeah,
he
was a different Chandler Jones.
Oh, I thought you meant the football player.
No, it's Chandler Jones. It's ex-NFL player. It's a different Chandler Jones.
It's a different Chandler Jones. San Jose State's Chandler Jones.
Yes.
Died at
I didn't know there were so many Chandler Jones that played NFL football. But apparently it's awful. He was only 33.
Yeah.
But it's not the Chandler Jones that went crazy. It's a different one.
That sucks. In a car accident.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit, man. Mets are proceeding to low Met. Big hurt. Actually, it's not Corey Crawford because he never played for New Jersey. He retired.
Yes. He played only for the Chicago Blackhawks.
Yep. It's like a Henrik Lundqvist situation. Like he signed with the team, but he never got to play.
Yep. All right.
Well, anything else to say before we go, sir?
Nope. Thank you all for coming out. Thanks to the mods. Thanks to all the donators. We love you, and we'll see you either Thursday or next week.
Yep, and we're gonna do some stuff about baseball, and I'll probably get the marketing ready to embrace the suck. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of sucking.
There's gonna be a lot of sucking.
So much sucking.